Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a 2024 fountain pen collection. As you can see, I've got quite a few already. I started buying my first fountain pen probably maybe February or March last year, and now I've got such a beautiful collection and I am totally obsessed, like totally obsessed. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. Okay, so let's just start with the beginning ones that I had purchased. So one of the first fountain pens that I had purchased was my Kaweco AL Sport in the rose gold, and it's the aluminium one. And when I got this, I fell in love with this, like totally in love. I don't know if that's focusing. Fell in love with it, and that's when I started purchasing more. Honestly, I can't really remember in what order I purchased everything. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go from left to right and just show you all of my fountain pens. A lot of you will probably already have some of these in your collection because these are very popular fountain pens. But honestly, I am honestly fountain pen obsessed, and I just love them all. Like they make me so happy. But I have found out what I do love more and what, you know, I prefer, like which brand I prefer over the other brands and whatnot. So I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit. Starting from the left, I have my Platinum Celluloid Century 3776, and this is in the calico color. And this has to be one of my favorite fountain pens, and this is in the fine nib. It is so smooth. I don't know if that, but I absolutely love this pen so much. I'm not a huge black pen person, but the beiges in this pen just makes it so gorgeous, and I just love the nib on this. It is so beautiful. So this is definitely one of my top favorite fountain pens. Now the second fountain pen I have here is the Pilot Capless 18 karat in whiskey, and this is one of my newest fountain pens. I got this last week. I'm not too sure when I'm going to post all of this, but this is my first capless and she is absolutely gorgeous. I wasn't sure if I wanted to get any of the Pilot ones, the Pilot capless, because I didn't really care much for the basic colors that are out. But when I saw this, I was like, that is the one that I need in my collection, and I am totally in love with this one. Like the colors just speak to me. My whole aesthetic is like browns and beiges, and I got this in extra fine and I love it so much. This is a true extra fine compared to a lot of the other fountain pens in my collection. Now jumping into the next, we have the Pelikan M200 in Cafe Cream. This one straight out of the box was very scratchy, like very scratchy. I was unsure about this for a long time. I even bought a fine nib too. I don't know if that's focusing. I also bought a fine nib to try and, you know, make it more smooth and not catch on the paper as much. But the fine was like a medium, and it was just, there's way too much ink on the paper. And what I've found is I much prefer super extra fine nibs over anything like that's medium or looks medium. So what I did some research, and what I did was I got a little bit of the micro mesh, and I just kind of like went around in circles, and it really smoothed the twines out a little bit, and now it writes perfectly. I didn't overdo it. I just did it 1 or 2 times, and it really fixed the nib, and I'm so happy with this now. Not one of my favorite, but you'll see further along which are some of my favorites. Now here is my, so I got these 2 Leonardos at the same time, so I'll just show you them at the same time. This was my last purchase of 2023, and I got, oh sorry, my dogs are going crazy. I got the Angel Skin Memento Zero Grande 2.0, which is this one here. And this has a 14 karat rose gold nib. It's really wanting to focus on the background there. And it is beautiful, however it writes like a medium, and I got both of them in extra fine, and it's just a bit broad for me. I'm trying to learn to love it because it is, the whole pen, I'm obsessed with it. I love the ink window. It is just such a magnificent pen, but it's just very, very broad, and I find there's quite a little bit of like ink bleed, so I'm not in love with it just yet, but I'm gonna hold on to it for another month or two and see if I love it, and if like nothing changes, then I'm probably gonna sell it. I know that sounds terrible, but I'm just not in love with it. It doesn't write as an extra fine. It's just a little bit too broad for me. I am totally obsessed with it, but the nib, it's just not my type that I like to write with. I much prefer the finer nibs, like the Japanese fine, extra fine, sorry. And this is the jade color, and this one actually writes like an extra fine. This is absolutely beautiful. I saw the Esterbrook version of this and I wanted to get that, but then I held out and got another one, which is the honeycomb one instead. But when I saw this on Leonardo, I was like, I have to get it up here. Sorry about my chipped nail, guys. I need to do my nails this weekend, so absolutely love this pen. Just the gold, just the colors. Like, I live at the beach, and look at those colors. Like, that is just insane. And I just love the top finial and the bottom of it, how it's like kind of like a diamond shape. Love that one. Now this one is my Esterbrook Estian honeycomb, and my partner got me this for Christmas. I love this so much. So this, I was gonna get this one in the sea glass color, but I decided to get honeycomb instead, and plus my partner liked the honeycomb more, so I wanted him to, you know, have a say in what I was getting as well. So I love this. This is also extra fine, but it writes more as a fine. The Western nibs definitely are a lot more broad than the Japanese nibs, and I much prefer Japanese nibs because I prefer the extra fine. Now into my sailors. So the first one here is, actually I'll show you my absolute first sailor. This is the Shirakashi one that everyone gets on Amazon. So this is the Shirakashi one, and it is in Sky Leaves color, I believe. There's so many different names for it on Amazon, so I'm unsure as to what the correct name for them are, but this is in a medium fine nib as well, and I do love it. But you know, now that I have all my other pens, it's been uninked for quite a while, so I'm unsure if I'm going to keep this one or not. You know, you can get it so cheap on Amazon, so I'm not sure if it's even worth selling, but I'll see. I'll have a think about it, but I'm not totally in love with this color anymore. Like, I've used it, and now with all my other collections, it's just not one that jumps out to me for me to think, oh, I'm going to use that one in my next month of inkings. The next pen in my lineup is the Sailor Pro Gear in Cafe Cream. This is a Germany exclusive, and I very thankfully was able to get my hands on this from another Instagrammer that I follow. Her name is Yvonne, and she is absolutely amazing. She brings fountain pen obsessed lovers' dreams come to life, and I'm so happy I was able to get this. This is also in a medium fine, and I just absolutely love this pen. Anything coffee, you know, as everyone says, everything coffee related is just, you know, such an obsession. And this also has a coffee bean on the finial. I think I'm going to just do some close-up so you can see it better. Love this pen, honestly. One of my favorites. And another one of my favorites is the Sailor Manu Nuts. Another Instagrammer helped me find this. I got it from Fangyu Pens, and they're based in Japan, and they had a couple left on the website last time I looked. This is also in a medium fine nib, and I absolutely love this. One of my favorite colors growing up was khaki and green, and this is the most beautiful khaki color, and definitely one of my top faves. And it also has like a little nut on the finial as well. See that? Oh, it's so freaking cute. I love this so much. It is so, so beautiful. My camera's really having a hard time focusing today, but one of my faves. And then the next one here is, this is the Sailor Praegia Slim Lion Friends in the brown color, and I had my eye on this for quite a while and I absolutely love it. The brown color is so, so dreamy, and I love how it's got another little cute teddy bear on the actual nib here as well. I'm going to do close-up so you can see these pens better, but I just love how all the caps in the barrel here is just a different color to the actual pen and the lid. Another one of my favorites. This one is an extra fine, and I love the line width on this one. Like, this is absolutely gorgeous, and I have re-inked this up 3 times now. Ferris wheel press steeped umber. So love, love, love this pen. Now we've gone over the Shirakashi Sailor Praegia Slim. Now we're getting into the TWSBI Eco Rose Gold. I got this in, I went to get the extra fine, but then I contacted the company and asked to change to a fine nib so I could use glitter inks in this pen. And I realized I'm not a huge glitter ink person. Like, it just doesn't, like, I don't really care for too much glitter in my inks, but it was fun to like experiment and play around with. But now I have Yamaguri ink in this one, and it is beautiful. This is, like I said, in a fine nib, and it writes quite broad, like a medium, so I kind of wish I went with the extra fine, but this is such a beautiful pen. Love the colors. The cream is gorgeous, the rose gold is gorgeous, so very happy with that, but I don't reach for it as much as my other pens here. Now this is my first Lamy. Obviously it's brown, I had to get it, and I think I got this in a gift set, and it came with a book from Lamy as well. And I was using this for a little while, and then I decided that I don't like how big it is, and like how big the nib is, and just the feeling of like the grip part in my hand I'm not a huge fan of. Still, no, I actually emptied this one out as well because I hadn't used this in about 2 or 3 months. So this one is also washed out, so nice and clean. This is in a fine nib as well, but I love the color. It's just I haven't reached for it once. Like, just the feeling of it in my hands I'm not in love with, but the color, I love the color so much. And when I bought my TWSBI, I also got the Lamy in cream as well. This one has not been inked up, and this is an extra fine. I don't know if I'm going to keep these two, to be honest, because I'm not a fan of the way it feels in my hands. Like, I don't like the rough edges on the grip part. I just don't find it comfortable. Like, I find it just, you know, a bit uncomfortable. I don't really like that texture, so I'm unsure if I'm going to even ink this one up. It's never been inked before, but like I said, I love the color, which is why I bought it. The next pen, sorry, I'm just trying to get through these really fast. The next pen is, this is the Kweko Jazz pen. I am obsessed with this pen, honestly, totally obsessed. This is extra fine, and I have re-inked it up 2 times now. I love it so much. For the price that you pay for this pen, it's so much quality. I love the grip section here. Like, this is perfect. I love the smoothness of where my fingers go. Love the length of the barrel. Love the colors of the cap. This is just one of my favorite pens. It's cheaper than the rest of the pens on my tray here, but it's one of my top favorite pens, 100%. Now we're getting into, actually before I get into the Kwekos, this is the Ferris wheel press fountain pen. I can't remember the exact name for this. I have inked it up with Ferris wheel press Lady Rose ink. I haven't really used this too much because the ink in it is a little bit too light for my liking. I definitely prefer darker inks and warmer inks, but it's like I had to ink it up with something, and I wanted to try Lady Rose. It is absolutely gorgeous though, like where the grip section where your finger goes, the details on this is insane. So I do love this pen, just haven't reached for it as much because of the ink I've put in it. So I think I'm going to change that. Pen here, the Majon Moonman. I bought this one before I went to invest in the Pilot capless because I wanted to see if I liked it. But my first package that I purchased, somewhere in transport from the company to me, someone has ripped open the bottom of my parcel. I actually still have it. Let me grab it. So this is the package, right? I'm not going to show you the other side because that's got all my details on. But see how it's got this masking tape here? Someone has ripped it open, pulled the original pen out, and then replaced it with this one. And I was so confused. I was like, has the company sent me a gift? And then when I got the notification that my Majon pen has been delivered, I instantly contacted the AliExpress company and I was like, someone's stolen the pen, there's a huge rip in the bottom, and I've ripped the top, obviously, that's how I opened my package. But how sus is that? Like, someone has opened it through transit, they obviously thought it was an expensive pen and then replaced it with this. Like, thought, you know, if they replace it with another pen, everything's fine. But so that was really, really disappointing. So luckily I got my money back and I repurchased this pen through another company. So this arrived on the exact same day that my Pilot capless arrived. So now I've got two. I got them both extra fine, true extra fine. This one writes more like a medium, and you know, it's a steel nib. There's not much flex in the nib, but you know, it's a good pen if you just need it. Why is my camera just not focusing today? It's a good pen if you just want to, you know, jot something down quickly and, you know, throw this in your bag and not worry about it being scruffed up. But I don't reach for this as much as any of my other pens, but I've only had this for about a week now. So now jumping into my little Queco section here. My first Queco Sport was the aluminium in rose gold. Yeah, so this is one of my first Queco Sports. The feeling of this in my hand, I absolutely love this. Love, love, love this, but I haven't reached for it. So I think I might sell this. I'm not too sure. And then I got the macchiato one as well. Inked this up with just the basic black cartilage, and I don't like the feeling of the plastic ones in my hand. They just feel cheap. I don't know, I think I'm just too, you know, too specific on what I like. I don't know, I know I'm never going to reach for this one again, so I think I'm going to sell it, to be honest, and it's just going to sit there and when someone else could love it. So definitely think I'm going to sell this one because I'm just not in love with it. So then I got sorry, I'm really trying to pump through these. Then I got the brass one. Used this once and it's heavy. It's really heavy and I don't like the cold feeling. Like, if I was to keep one, it would be the bronze one, because the bronze is absolutely stunning. It's already got patina. They both actually have patina already, even though I've hardly used the bronze. So I don't know if anyone's going to buy that, but I don't know. I'll see if I can sell it, and if I can, I'll get rid of the brass one. 100% going to keep the Queco bronze because this is absolutely gorgeous. It's just crazy. Like, when I got this, it's kind of like a rose gold color, and now it's kind of turned very patinaed, very, very patinaed. But I do love this one, just haven't reached for it as much, and this one is uninked. The brass is uninked. Now so I do have another plastic Sport. This is a chocolate brown one and I love this one. I will definitely keep this because I have been using this. It's just, I love the gold. I love, love, love the gold on it. So I will keep this one. I have been using it. It is inked up, but just the pink ones I think I'm going to get rid of. And then I've got the Queco Art Sport in hickory brown. absolutely love this pen. Oh my god, if all of them were like this, like felt like this material, I would 100% keep this. Like, this is absolutely so gorgeous, and the colors are just insane. I love the clip because it's built in. Totally obsessed with this. Got this in extra fine as well, and definitely one of my favorites. So that is my current fountain pen collection. There are a couple I'm thinking I'm going to sell, which is the 2 Lamis, the 2 Queco Sports, plus the brass. If the angel skin doesn't start, you know, working for me soon, and, you know, I'm loving it, I'll probably sell that, which is going to be a really sad day, but I've got some other pens in my mind that I want instead. And I might sell my Sailor Pro Gear Slim in the Shirakashi color. So at the moment, this is my collection. I've got quite a few of them inked up, but I'm going to do that in another video. I'll probably do an end of January inked video, because I will definitely have ones that I'll pull over to February, so I might even do just a February inked video. But at the moment, this is my current fountain pen collection. Totally in love with 90% of them, and I don't know if I can say I'm fountain pen content, because is anyone ever fountain pen content? Like, I don't know when my Grail pen's going to come where I'm not going to want any more, but it's starting to become a very problematic hobby because they're very expensive pens. Like, these are not cheap. So, but luckily I work hard. I've got a couple of businesses, so, but I need to hone in on my spending on fountain pens and go at least 1 or 2 months without purchasing one, because your girl needs to put money away for savings instead of investing in pens. So at the moment, this is my fountain pen collection. I love all of them, and a couple of them I think I'm gonna get rid of. So yes, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions on any of the pens, just leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.